Welcome to Revealing Pennsylvania's Iron Industry, a video created for you by some of the graduate students in the Department of Geography and Earth Science. Let's start by looking at what Pennsylvania's iron industry used to be like.
Hi, I'm Kyle and I'm a graduate student in the Geo-Environmental Science and Sustainability program at Shippensburg University. Today, I'm here at Pine Grove Furnace State Park to talk to you about Pennsylvania's historical iron industry.
After the American Revolution, the newly formed United States' iron production increased by 5 times from 1810 to 1840. During this time, Pennsylvania alone was responsible for nearly half of the nation's iron production. In order to feed an expanding railroad system and a growing nation, a large quantity of iron furnaces were created across the Commonwealth. Due to an abundance of natural resources such as iron ore, timber, fresh water, and coal, Pennsylvania was a natural leader in the nation's iron industry.
At Pine Grove Furnace State Park, one of the iron stacks itself still stands today. This prominent structure can still be viewed by visitors to the state park. Most likely originally built in the 18th century, these stacks were often repaired and replaced over time. One of the largest remaining structures from the iron production process is the Iron Master's Mansion. Originally built from 1827 to 1829, this large mansion is built directly on a hill and allowed the Iron Master to view the iron production process happening below.
A further reminiscence of the iron production at Pine Grove Furnace can be seen in salamanders near the iron stack. These so-called salamanders are large pieces of slag that solidified when the iron furnace cooled. This piece of Pennsylvania's industrial past is just a short 25-minute trip from Shippensburg's campus. If you get the chance, take a trip out to Pine Grove Furnace State Park and check out a piece of Pennsylvania's history for yourself.
Now that we've learned about the iron industry, let's talk about the role of charcoal and charcoal hearths. Charcoal is one of 3 resources needed in the iron-making process. To make charcoal, people would create charcoal hearths or pits. These are the dome-shaped structures. Here we can see a cross-section of a charcoal hearth. Logs were placed strategically to allow air to flow in the central column. A charcoal hearth, on average, needs 1 acre of forest to produce enough charcoal to allow a furnace to operate for just 1 day. Since we've seen what charcoal hearths used to look like, let's take a field trip to Pine Grove Furnace to see what they look like now.
I'm Maddie and I'm standing in the middle of a charcoal hearth. Charcoal hearths were used back in the day to take wood from forested areas and then they would burn it down very slowly at high temperatures to create charcoal. Charcoal hearth is a relatively flat area that is circular, roughly about 10 to 15 meters in diameter.
As you can see, where I was standing was in the middle of a forest. Trying to find charcoal hearths from the ground can be difficult. This is why scientists have created ways to map things like charcoal hearths.
Hi all, Madison here. Like Maddie suggested, you may be wondering how scientists have created new ways to map charcoal hearths. Researchers have developed a remote sensing method called Lidar. Lidar stands for Light Detection and Ranging. Lidar is different from sonar and radar because it uses light waves instead of radio or sound waves. Lidar technology uses the light from a laser to collect measurements. A Lidar system calculates how long it takes for beams of light to hit an object or surface and reflect back to the laser scanner. Take this video for instance. The light passing through the tree canopy is very similar to how the light from the Lidar laser behaves. Some of the light from the laser will pass through the leaves and hit the ground, but some will reflect off the leaves. The time it takes the light to reflect is used to calculate a distance. The distances calculated are then used to create models of ground elevation. Now let's send it to Nora.
Hi everyone, Nora here. I am going to show you how we take our LiDAR data and convert it into something usable to reveal our charcoal hearths on the landscape. This is using ArcGIS Pro. Right now on the screen, you can see our full LAS point cloud. This is all of the data that we received from our LiDAR detection. This is chaotic and there's a lot going on, and it shows everything from trees, shrubs, grass, a bird or two. So what we're going to do is we're going to filter all of our points to only reveal ground identified points. Automatically, you can tell that this is a lot less chaotic and it looks like it might be something a little bit more manageable. So with some additional geoprocessing, we'll be able to reveal the full landscape, which I have shown you here. If you zoom in, you can see these weird looking depressions on the ground. These are our charcoal hearths. This is how we use GIS to show these charcoal hearths. And now if you want, it's a little bit easier to go trapezing through the woods to go find one of these if you want.
Now that we've revealed a bit of Pennsylvania's iron industry through explaining GIS's role in using LiDAR data to find charcoal hearths, what they were used for, and some history of Pennsylvania's iron industry, we want to thank you for watching and enjoy trapezing through the woods. Who knows, you may stumble upon a charcoal hearth.